Well, I say good morning even though it's 6:58 p.m. But no, I didn't wake up right now. But I'm having my coffee here, decaf, so I don't really struggle falling asleep. Again, I will try to go to bed early. But what I wanted to talk about, I thought that it might be interesting and maybe even helpful for some people. So I was questioning myself for a long time. Why is it so hard for me to accept help? I noticed that, like, whenever people offer me help, the first, like, even before I think, my first instinct, and of course it comes out of my mouth, it's like, oh, no, 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 I'll be fine. I can do it myself. I can do it myself, whatever it is. So I had my therapy today and we started like digging into it, like what is happening, why. um, and it turned out that there is actually like a classification of um, reasons why people do that, and it was like, and recommendations of course for how to deal with that, which are kind of obvious, but sometimes obvious is what you need to hear from someone who has authority in your eyes to actually, believe in it, perceive it, and start acting on it. So first, we thought that it might be like a cultural thing, like, for example, in my case, in Eastern Europe, you have to be able to do everything on your own. We thought that this is it. And even though there is this belief that a Ukrainian woman can do anything, basically any Eastern European woman can do anything. Probably this is like the result of Soviet Union, when a woman is a comrade and an equal member of the society. Um, yeah, I recently saw a very funny video on Instagram that basically summarizes it. Um, in the video, a girl parked a car, got out of the car. She's all like dolled up, high heels, everything. Looks just really like a doll. Opens her trunk and takes out these like huge, gosh, what do you call it? It's not like a bottle, but it's plastic. These like round things that you put on top of the cooler with water. So she takes these, like two of them, out of the trunk, closes the trunk, picks them up, wearing these high heels, and gracefully walks away home. Basically, yes, that kind of is it. It's like we're capable of doing anything. But I started thinking about like anyone who I know from Ukraine, and no, those people are fine asking for help. So it's more like my personal thing, not a cultural thing. Um, then it's like another thing is like being stigmatized and ashamed of asking for help. Mm, I don't think also that this is my problem. I don't think so. Another one is a fear of being perceived weak. Also, not my case. Not my case. But like fear of burdening others, definitely. I always think that people have more important stuff going on in their life, and it's like, oh, and me, here I am, like with my problems. Even though people offer help themselves. And definitely in my family, that was the problem. like by family, I mean me and my separated husband. I remember he always told me, like, why is it so hard for you to accept my help? Why do you never ask for my help? Like, and I always thought that, he provides for me, he works hard, so I don't want to burden him. That's definitely my thing. Yes, definitely my thing. And some people can have lack of trust. They just don't trust people, and like letting somebody help them means um, letting someone too close to them. That's definitely not my problem. Then self-sufficiency. It's like you need to keep this image of strong and independent person. I don't think that this is my problem, but maybe I'm not seeing everything, because sometimes I feel like when I look at myself, I'm like, like a horse. I have these things, blinders, or what are they called? What they have by their eyes. Maybe, I don't know. Then unawareness. Some people may just not understand that this is the situation where they will need help. Like me in this freaking table, when I went to pick it up on my own, thinking that I will be able to bring it home on my own, and it was so freaking heavy that I almost died under it. But that was the moment when I fell in love with delivery. Yeah. And the last one was that the reason for not asking for help can be the person's mental condition, like depression, anxiety. They can trigger some, feelings of hopelessness or a wish for isolation, because like letting someone to help you is kind of letting them closer to you and being maybe too easy to be hurt. So yeah, like looking at these reasons, I think that my problem is in fear of burdening others. That's like the big one. Fear of burdening others. And I also thought about, what? I love to win, and like changing that lock, it was a huge win for me. I was able to do it on my own. I don't know, probably I have this weird competition with myself in my head. I don't know, maybe. I'm a very competitive person. So, yeah. So, one more time, it's stigma and shame, perceived weakness, fear of burdening others, lack of trust, self sufficiency, unawareness, mental health conditions. And basically, to overcome this, I would just summarize whatever they write here as bringing this problem to the conscious level of your mind. Like what I did when my boss offered me a ride to the airport and from the airport when my mom comes. Because the first thing I did was like, no, we'll be fine, thank you. And then, like somebody from this shoulder was like, stop. What are you doing? You do need help. And yeah, it's basically becoming conscious about, okay, this is somebody offering me help, and this is me denying it when I actually do need it. And it's okay. I'm not making somebody help me. Like, I'm not threatening them. It's their own wish. They're grown up people. And why not? Right? I help people and I feel fine helping people. I feel good helping people. Why would I think that somebody would feel bad helping me when they themselves offered it? That's basically it. But I will read it from, I don't know what this article is, but my therapist sent it to me. But basically, the 4 strategies to like overcoming the barriers for accepting help is normalizing help seeking, building trust, education and awareness, support system. Yeah, basically become mindful and conscious about it. You know, I noticed that so many things in life can be fixed when we become mindful and conscious about them. Subconscious is a bitch, pardon me my French. It acts without letting you think it through, like the action, the consequences of the action. It just fires immediately. And you have no chance of fixing it unless you deliberately start bringing it, pulling it from subconscious level to the conscious level. And this is the hardest part. Once you do it once, then I think you're on the right track. You're on your way to healing. First, you start noticing it, after you already did that subconscious thing and you were like, oh shoot, I should have done that. And it will happen for a few times. But then the first time you were able to stop yourself and take a different action, that's the victory. That's a big one. That's a big one. And honestly, I think I will feel much better now after I caught myself and fixed the situation, accepting help from my boss to pick up my mom next week. I feel like now it will be easier. I might be mistaken, but right now I feel like this is it. It will be easier. Okay, it's time to go to bed. But the good news is I started working on the script. The bad news is that a story with the same name already exists. I found it on IMDb. And same source, basically, of the name, the statistics of domestic violence. So I have to come up with a new name. Yeah. That will be a challenge because the names I like, they have to tell a story. Like, for example, Angelina Jolie's In the Land of Milk and Honey. Like, I had 2 short films when I was a student. And they're very naive. But I like the names. One was How He Came Back Home, a story. Do You Love Me Now, a story. So yeah, I want to have something like that in the name. Yeah. I mean, there are films with the same name, with the same title, but I'm not sure if I want to do that. But that kind of was good. Because already everything lined up. The number of characters, why, like different materials for the film. It all kind of lined up with that name. No, I'm not sure. But I'll go and sleep on it. People say it's good to sleep on something, and you will have fresh ideas in the morning. Maybe I'll have a dream about it, and I'll get a new name there. Who knows? Yeah, maybe my spirits will come to into my nightmares. Yeah, I haven't had those for a while, but yeah. different topic. Yeah, so that's it. Going to school tomorrow. Having a meeting about renting out their theater for the play that my friend wants to direct and produce and that I'm helping with. So we'll see. And that's basically it. I had a moment today when again like my anger started coming out and I was basically like screaming internally and punching a, what is it called, punching bag that is used for boxing. Kind of, I don't know, how much time does it have to pass so the anger goes away? I don't get it. I'm already tired of it. And I already feel like I want to go to the gym. I want to run. I don't want any other workout. I like running. Like, I ran a lot at middle school, at high school. I was a long distance runner, like one of the best for the school. And not that I'm a good runner, but on my willpower, I can be dying internally, but I will get there to the finish line first because I love to win. And running helps me get rid of my anger. When I run fast. I mean, when I'm angry, I run fast. When I'm not angry, I'm dying every single step. It's like, when is it gonna be over? And I constantly check the app, like, when. I literally am counting minutes. But it helps to manage the anger. And I notice that if I don't let my anger out, I injure myself. Not like these type of injuries that I had. No, these are just me probably being stupid and trying everything hard at the same time. I mean, like, I start bumping into things. I cut myself, not like on purpose, but like when cutting something, I would cut myself, or I would bump into something. Like, my legs would be covered in bruises. It's like I need that outlet, but I'm trying to, hold this week because even though my shoulder is already much better, it's moving. It's kind of off when, like, here on when I raise it too much, when I raise my arm too much, but I want to give it time to heal because I'm a slow healer. No, not like I'm a slow healer. I heal slowly. My body heals slowly. Healer, it's a little bit different, yeah. And but it's so hard. It's so hard. But I'll try to channel this energy into something else, like, for example, writing a script. I found the extension for Google Drive that would help to format it correctly and won't make me buy Final Draft, like the professional software that is used by screenwriters. Like, it's like it's not worth it right now. Yeah. So that's it. It is now what, 10:31. Maybe today we'll be able to go to bed before midnight. What are the stakes, right? I don't even know if I would bet on this. I mean, if I knew I would get a lot of money, I would definitely go to bed like in a minute before midnight. In a minute, like right now at 10:32. But no, it's just me talking to myself, making an agreement with myself. And that doesn't always work, right? Making an agreement with yourself. Yep. Okay, new day tomorrow. Have a good night. Thanks for listening.